Imagine yourself standing in the very eye of a storm. Around you, chaos rages, howling winds, swirling dust, crashing thunder. Yet inside, a profound silence holds you steady, an unshakable calm that no tempest can breach. This stillness is not weakness, it is the heart of true strength. What if your calm could become your greatest weapon? What if, amid life's fiercest battles, whether external confrontations or the inner turmoil of doubt and fear, you could remain immovable, clear, and masterful? Enter Miyamoto Musashi, a figure both feared and revered. Born centuries ago, Musashi was no ordinary swordsman. His undefeated record in countless duels speaks of unparalleled skill, but more importantly, his legacy is one of mental mastery, the mastery of self over circumstance. He understood that the fiercest opponent is often not across the sword's edge, but within the mind. Today, we embark on a journey inspired by Musashi's timeless wisdom. We'll explore how to cultivate the immovable mind, a state of calm resilience amid chaos. This isn't just about martial combat. It's about mastering the emotional storms and psychological battles that define modern life. You'll learn how to wield calmness as an active force, a strategic power that disarms conflict before it begins. By the end of this journey, you won't just understand Musashi's philosophy. You'll have practical tools to bring that calm into your daily life, transforming confrontation, stress, and uncertainty into opportunities for clarity and strength. The path to mental mastery begins here. Miyamoto Musashi was born into a turbulent era of war and unrest in 16th century Japan. From a young age, he was drawn to the way of the sword, engaging in his first duel before even reaching adulthood. Over the course of his life, Musashi fought more than 60 duels, and remarkably, he never lost a single one. But his legend goes far beyond physical skill. What set Musashi apart was his relentless focus on strategy, presence, and mental mastery. He didn't just wield his sword with unmatched precision, he wielded his mind as his greatest weapon. Musashi understood that battles aren't won by brute force alone. Victory comes from seeing beyond the immediate clash, the flow of intention, the rhythm of the opponent, and the quiet stillness within yourself. He taught that mental clarity and calmness are the foundations of true power. This state, which he called the immovable mind, or Fudoshin, is a mental fortress where distraction, fear, and chaos cannot penetrate. It is the ability to remain centered and unshaken, no matter the storm raging outside. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, how do you respond when conflict arises? Do you feel swept away by anger, anxiety, or doubt? Or can you find a place within where calmness prevails? Musashi's life is a testament to the fact that mastering your internal landscape is the key to mastering any external challenge. This journey toward the immovable mind is not about suppressing emotions, it's about cultivating an unbreakable presence that transforms confrontation into clarity and strength. Musashi's genius wasn't just in his swordsmanship, it was in his strategic patience. He often arrived late to duels, letting his opponents stew in uncertainty, wasting energy before the fight even began. This tactic wasn't arrogance, it was mental mastery. By controlling the tempo, Musashi gained psychological dominance before a single strike was exchanged. He understood that calmness itself is a weapon, sharper and more lethal than any blade. Consider this. How many battles in your own life have been lost not because of others, but because you lost your calm? A moment of anger, fear, or impulsiveness can dismantle even the strongest position. Musashi's philosophy challenges you to cultivate stillness amid chaos, transforming emotional turbulence into unshakable presence. This ancient wisdom resonates with modern psychology too. Viktor Frankl, a survivor of unimaginable horrors, spoke of the space between stimulus and response, that precious moment where choice resides. It is in this gap that true freedom exists, the power to pause, to observe, and to respond with intention rather than reaction. Calmness is not passive resignation. It is a dynamic force, a deliberate, active mastery of mind and emotion. Like a river flowing steadily beneath a stormy sky, calmness carries strength without rigidity. When you wield calmness as Musashi did, you command the battlefield of life with clarity and confidence. You become not just a survivor of conflict, but a master of it. Conflict is rarely what it seems on the surface. Musashi taught that true mastery begins with perception, seeing beyond the obvious to the hidden intentions beneath words and actions. When faced with confrontation, ask yourself, are you reacting to what is said, or are you responding to the deeper undercurrents, the subtle maneuvers beneath the noise? Understanding these layers reveals the true nature of conflict and allows you to move with clarity, not blind reaction. Central to Musashi's philosophy is the refusal to cling rigidly to any one weapon or tactic. He wielded multiple weapons with ease because he understood that flexibility and fluidity are the keys to survival and success. As Bruce Lee famously said, "Be like water. Water shapes itself to its container, flowing effortlessly around obstacles." In life and combat, adaptability transforms rigidity into strength. But adaptability also requires breaking free from predictable patterns, those automatic reactions that trap you in repeated cycles of struggle. When you disrupt these ingrained habits, you create space for new possibilities and victory. Reflect on your own life. What are the reactive patterns you fall into when under pressure? Is it anger, avoidance, or fear? Awareness is the first step to breaking free. By honing your perception, cultivating adaptability, and interrupting your predictable responses, you claim the strategic edge Musashi embodied. You become not just reactive, but a mindful architect of your own outcomes, fluid, alert, and unshakable. True mastery begins with one simple but profound truth: know yourself. Musashi believed that self-awareness was the foundation for avoiding unnecessary battles, both on the battlefield and within your own mind. When you understand your strengths, your weaknesses, and your emotional triggers, you gain the power to choose your engagements wisely, conserving energy and focus for what truly matters. This idea aligns closely with modern concepts of metacognition, the ability to observe and reflect on your own thinking, and emotional intelligence, the skill of recognizing and managing your feelings. Together, these faculties create a space between impulse and action, where choice and control arise. To cultivate this space, start practicing reflection without judgment. Notice your emotional reactions as if you were watching a silent film of your own mind. When anger flares or anxiety rises, resist the urge to suppress or explode. Instead, observe the sensation, its origin, and its trajectory. This kind of mindful self-observation deepens your understanding and dissolves automatic responses. Solitude is your ally in this practice. Musashi often withdrew from the noise of the world, dedicating himself to disciplined self-study, reading, meditating, and honing not just physical skills, but mental clarity. In these moments of quiet, you reconnect with your true self, unfiltered and undistracted. Self-knowledge is not a destination, but an ongoing journey, one that sharpens your mind, calms your emotions, and empowers you to navigate life's challenges with grace. Through disciplined reflection and presence, you forge the mental armor that turns conflict from chaos into clarity. At the heart of Musashi's teachings, especially in the Book of Five Rings and the Path of Aloneness, lies a profound principle: radical acceptance. This is not resignation or defeat. It is the clear-eyed strategy of embracing reality exactly as it is. Resistance to what cannot be changed wastes precious energy and blurs your vision. Instead, by accepting the present moment with clarity, you position yourself to respond with precision and strength. Musashi warned against being ruled by intense emotions, lust, love, anger, that cloud judgment and compromise your inner balance. When passion overtakes reason, your mind wavers, your focus fractures. True mastery demands detachment, a steady center where emotions do not dictate your actions, but inform them with wisdom. This clarity is your unbreakable core amidst life's storms. Another poison to avoid is resentment. Holding on to complaint and bitterness dulls your mental blade, blinding you to opportunities and weakening your resolve. Grudges weigh heavy on the spirit and clutter the mind. Letting go of resentment frees your energy and sharpens your perception. Musashi also taught the power of no preferences, the freedom that comes from releasing attachment to fixed outcomes or desires. When you cling rigidly to one way or one result, you become brittle and vulnerable. Non-attachment creates fluidity, allowing you to flow through challenges unburdened by expectation. It is the art of embracing uncertainty with calm confidence. By practicing acceptance, detachment, and freedom from preference, you cultivate a mind as sharp and unyielding as Musashi's blade, ready for any battle, unshaken by emotion or circumstance. This is the path to true clarity and lasting mastery. True strength comes not from dependence on outside forces, but from spiritual autonomy, a deep reverence for the divine or the mystery of life, without relying on external salvation. Musashi embodied this principle, honoring higher powers yet taking full responsibility for his own clarity and resilience. Your strength, too, must arise from within, rooted in conscious choice and self-mastery rather than hope for rescue. Central to this autonomy is the courageous act of facing mortality. Musashi saw death not as an enemy to be feared, but as a constant companion, a natural part of life's cycle. This awareness frees you from the paralyzing grip of fear and regret. When you accept death's inevitability, you live more fully, each moment charged with presence and purpose. You stop postponing your life and start embracing it with boldness. From this acceptance springs the ultimate calm, a state where fear dissolves, fear of loss, silence, rejection, and finally death itself. This calm is not numbness, but a profound peace that transcends anxiety. It is the mind's victory over turmoil, the heart's quiet surrender to what is. By cultivating spiritual autonomy and embracing mortality, you stand unshaken in the face of life's greatest truths. You become a warrior of clarity, calm, and freedom, ready to meet every challenge with grace and courage. To embody Musashi's wisdom, begin with training your awareness. Cultivate the habit of pausing in the brief, often unnoticed space between stimulus and response. When irritation or stress arises, whether from a colleague's tone or a minor setback, resist the automatic impulse to react. Instead, observe the sensation, acknowledge it, and choose your response with intention. This pause transforms reactivity into mastery. Next, focus on simplifying attachments. Identify the fears and desires that silently govern your decisions. Are you clinging to approval, success, or comfort? These attachments can become invisible chains, limiting your freedom. Begin loosening your grip by questioning their hold. Does this fear serve me? Am I willing to release this attachment in exchange for clarity and calm? Simplifying your emotional investments lightens the mental load, opening space for greater resilience. Musashi's mastery is lived most vividly in presence, being fully engaged in each moment. Whether you're eating a meal, walking through the city, or engaging in conversation, bring your full attention to the here and now. This mindfulness is a powerful act of grounding, transforming even mundane tasks into practices of clarity and calm. Finally, confront the inevitability of death. not with dread, but with respect. Let the awareness of mortality sharpen your focus and help you prioritize what truly matters. When life's fragility is embraced, distractions fade and purpose rises. You begin to live not just for the future, but fully in the present, armed with the courage and clarity of a true warrior. Through these practical steps, Musashi's timeless philosophy becomes your daily path, a journey of awareness, detachment, presence, and fearless living. Just as a warrior trains his body tirelessly, you must train your mind and emotions, cultivating calm, resilience, and clarity with unwavering commitment. Each day presents a new opportunity to practice the immovable mind, to deepen your inner strength. Conflict is not simply an external challenge, it is a mirror reflecting your inner terrain. Every confrontation reveals areas within you that need attention, growth, and mastery. Rather than fearing these moments, welcome them as teachers guiding you toward greater self-awareness. Now, the final challenge. In the face of turmoil, choose presence over reaction, choose clarity over chaos. This choice is the path to becoming unshakable, a person grounded in calm and poised to navigate life's storms with grace. Musashi's legacy endures as a timeless blueprint for mental mastery. His teachings transcend swords and battles, offering wisdom that guides us in the arenas of mind, emotion, and spirit. Take a moment to reflect. How do you currently face conflict? What patterns keep pulling you into reactive cycles? What would it mean to break free from them? Begin today with one small step, pausing before you react, noticing your emotions, or simply breathing deeply in moments of stress. These practices build the foundation for lasting change. I invite you to share your experiences and insights in the comments below. What has Musashi's wisdom awakened in you? Your story can inspire others walking this path. Stay tuned for the next video, where we'll explore Musashi's final teachings, his reflections on death, detachment, and the enduring legacy of the immovable mind. The journey continues, and I'm honored to walk it with you.